Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Demystify Selling with Microsoft. And I'm very excited for my guest today, Felice Babajan. Felice, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I'm excited for our discussion today because it's centered around one of what I think is the biggest areas for Microsoft, which is Azure. Azure is such a big component of the Microsoft platform. It's a big growth area for Microsoft. There's always a ton of innovation. So I'm super excited for our conversation, Felice. And maybe you could start by just introducing yourself and giving us a little bit of background on who you are and where you fit in the Microsoft ecosystem.
Sure. It has been a long journey with Microsoft actually for me, but it has been, as you have mentioned, always Azure for me. Okay, currently I'm leading Azure Technology Specialist team for SMC Germany, and we are collaborating with SMC Germany account team, where we play a huge role in the pre-sales area for our SMC customers.
Interesting, interesting. So one, it's very cool to get to talk to somebody that's managing an entirely different geographic region. So I'm excited for that. But I am interested in, and you mentioned sort of you work closely with the account executive team in Germany. Am I right in saying that your specialists, your Azure specialists, work closely, sort of day in day out on supporting the account executive community, and so one specialist might help two or three or five different AEs. Is that how that works?
Actually, that is how it works.
Right.
We have account executive team and solution sales specialist team that we collaborate with. Team is mainly playing a huge, mainly playing a role in the area of addressing the technical questions of our customers. Our solution sales specialist team is involving us to their discussions with our clients, and this is how we are collaborating across all AE, SSP, and TS team. We talk about collaboration over here. We shouldn't forget about our partners because our partners are playing a crucial role for us as well in our sales journey, in our MSAM sales methodology, and the key behind the success for us is our collaboration.
I love that, and there's a lot to unpack there. So what I do want to do is you talked about something that I think is really important here, which is that collaboration with partners. And so I want to start at the beginning of that. And then I definitely want to unpack the whole MSEM journey because that is so important for partners to understand. But before we get there, let's talk about partner readiness. So partner readiness, in my mind, is a big notion that partners need to understand, and it has to do with solution designations and all of those different things. So I'd love to hear from you in terms of when you're meeting with a new partner, how important that is to you and what you're thinking about when you're thinking about which partners to work with. That would be really interesting to hear your perspective.
This is a great question, Rob. Mainly when we collaborate with our partners or when I meet a partner for the first time, the main question that I have in my mind is what is the solution area that this partner is going to help our clients and us in our sales journey. As in Azure, we are addressing three different solution areas, which is infrastructure, app innovation, and data and AI. I would like to understand the technical depth of our partners, if they will be able to deploy the solution to our customers or not, or will they be able to play an innovative role in our discussions with our clients is important for me. And what are the solutions that they have? Is there any best practice that we can replicate easily? Or is there any solution that they have in Azure Marketplace that we can offer to our clients is important to understand for us.
That's great, and it's so interesting to me to think. We talk about the three solution areas, but even within the three solution areas, like let's pick on infrastructure. I mean, there is so many capabilities that Azure brings to the table that it really is. It's got to be important then, in my opinion, for a partner to be able to articulate to you quickly. If you're in the infrastructure space, well, we specialize in helping companies virtualize their desktops, or we help companies move servers, or whatever it might be. So, you know, do you try and get down to that level of specificity with your partner community so that you can really understand their capabilities?
Absolutely. First of all, I would like to understand if they are capable to do migrations or not.
Hmm.
But just doing migration is not good enough anymore for us. During the migration, do they have capability to secure that migration, implement necessary security solutions during the migration to protect the most valuable assets of our customers, which is data? This is the question that I would like to have an answer from from our partners, because as trusted advisors for our clients, uh, we want to ensure that we are giving or deploying the solution with the right partner who has the right technical expertise along the journey, and that we will be able to be successful at the end of the journey when we complete the migration, and we will receive the customer satisfaction uh, after migration. This is the very, very important area that I am touching, because in today's world, security for Microsoft, for all of us, is above all else.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think that security is becoming really a part of every motion that a partner moves forward with or brings to the table for both Microsoft and for their customers, whether you're in the infrastructure space or the data and AI space. I mean, at the end of the day, if we're not protecting the data, that becomes a challenge. And the identities as well as the devices, I guess, is it's important to call out. But that's great. Well, you touched on something there briefly too, which is marketplace.
Yes.
And I would love to hear, does that is there a benefit to partners having offers in the marketplace? Do you and your team see that as a value add, both for you and your team as well as for the customer?
Absolutely. The offerings that they will have in Azure Marketplace means for us, it is an easy co-sell opportunity for us.
Yeah.
And what does it mean for our partners being able to reach to all Azure customers from the single portal? And as it is a software as a service solution mainly, it's easy to deploy for our customers. And even without our help, our customers can go and check and quickly deploy the solution that they need, and it is a great marketing opportunity for our partners' solutions as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I imagine that it's really, I think of it as this win-win-win scenario where the customer wins by solving the business problem. Microsoft wins by having an opportunity to leverage the marketplace and benefit from, helping the customer, say, decrement a Mac, an Azure commit, and then the partner wins obviously for transacting an offer in the marketplace. So, yeah, it really sounds like marketplace is a big part of the success formula for partners. Is
Absolutely. And of course, having more software developer partners is important because we can't develop everything.
right.
And we need more innovative solutions where we can share with our customers. Nowadays, as you know, uh, we are in the era of AI. And
Mhm.
as Microsoft, we are already with our partnership with OpenAI, trying to share innovative solutions with our customers. But our partners are playing a crucial role over here as well, with providing AI ready infrastructure on Azure to our customers. When they are discussing the migration project, being able to understand the necessary landing zone or architecture that can be used when there is a need to use of AI. For example, some of our customers might need to implement AI solution in their own applications. And is the infrastructure supporting this? Uh, is it ready during the migration? Is important, and it is another area that I would like to see our partners playing a crucial role as well.
Yeah, that I mean, you touch on there, which is the just the opportunity here, as Copilot and as AI in general are really starting to take hold on the market, and people are really starting to understand the value, having those partners that can develop on top of the Azure platform is critical, and I think it's just such an untapped area. I think there's so much room for growth that I imagine it's got to be exciting for you and your team as well, just to see what partners are bringing to the table and the ideas that we're coming up with or their partners are coming up with.
Absolutely. Use cases is very important in this area. Our clients are curious about use cases. They hear about generative AI solutions, but how we can implement it and where we can implement it. What would be the uh, solution that my different departments, line of business, for example, or marketing or R&D department can use AI. Use cases are getting very important part in this journey, and our partners should be able to address use cases as well when they are having these discussions with our clients.
That's interesting. That poses a question for me then is, do you find that there's value in sort of vertical specific partners that, may focus on, let's pick on healthcare or retail, where to your point, they live and breathe that, and those use cases are very much verticalized. But to your point, I think that customers are craving that now.
Absolutely. Having industry specific approach is important, of course, but at the same time, when you have a solution, for example, for a healthcare marketing team, it can be used in manufacturing as well.
Yeah,
And understanding where we can replicate this solution as a best practice is important. And this is how our partner sales team can have a good play in their sales methodologies.
yeah. Well, that's a great segue then. Let's talk about the sales methodology. Microsoft has the MSEM journey that they take customers on. And, I'd love to hear from you. Is that something that you and your team are thinking about when they're engaging with a customer? Where is this customer in the MSEM journey? And, how do we move them along the journey path?
Absolutely. As I have mentioned at the beginning of our conversation, we are mainly playing the role at the pre-sales area of the NSM journey. Why this methodology is helping us a lot? Because our North Star is our customers,
Yeah,
doing the best for our customers and being their trusted technical advisors. Everything starts with listening our customers.
yeah,
We are not trying to sell, we are trying to understand the challenges of our customers and how we can unlock those challenges with the help of our technologies, and how we can enable or help the digital transformation of our customers. This is the area that we are focusing on. And all the discussions that we are going through with my team, uh, we are trying to inspire our customers with our technological solutions in Azure. With demo or POC processes, we are trying to show the value behind of our solutions in Azure, and as well as we are collaborating with our partners. Because when the project starts, we should have a proper landing zone, and cloud adoption framework or well architected framework should be discussed with our customers. And when the decision is yes, let's move to Azure and migrate our infrastructure, local data center to Azure, the journey starts very smoothly if we go through landing zone discussions, cloud adoption framework, or well architected framework, and it makes the process more smooth for them.
Yeah, I love that. And I want to call out something you said at the beginning of that, which is that you start with the listening.
Yes.
To me, that is so critical. And sometimes I think partners jump to wanting to share their solution or their use case. But I love that you called that out. And then the transition into Inspire, that's the next. That's where maybe the use cases will fit in. But starting with listening is so important. And I think that my experience, and I'd love to hear yours, is that partners that are most successful understand the MSM journey or the Microsoft customer engagement model journey and really understand how to implement those steps, starting with listening. And I'd love to hear, is that your experience that the partners that really understand that are have more success than the ones that don't?
Uh, when I checked with the partners last week, actually, I had the opportunity to join FY25 EMEA Sales and Tech Summit, which was with our partners.
Hmm.
And I have been double checking with our partners about how do they approach to their customers. And of course, some of our partners are more successful, as we can see from the opportunities that they are able to lead. Yes, the ones who are listening their customers and addressing the challenges of our clients are the ones who are most successful. And another thing, as a feedback, I have been collecting the feedback of our partners as well to understand the challenges of our partners. Um, they need more investment on learning. This is the area that I have been able to see because if they don't understand the value behind of the opportunities that we are providing to our partners for more technical learning, they will not be able to become solution partner for us. And account team is willing to talk to solution partners mainly,
Right.
not the transition partners only. And their technical expertise, deep knowledge in Azure solutions is unlocking the doors of collaboration with the Microsoft team.
I love that. I love that you pointed that out, that learning, I mean, Azure, again, I think I alluded to this early on, is such a broad platform and it brings so many capabilities to the table that really understanding how to keep up with that and how to leverage the new innovation that's going on in Azure is a big part of I think what partners can bring to the table for both your team on the technical side as well as on the account executive side. So I really appreciate that you brought that up. And was there any other challenges that sort of percolated up or things that you took away from your tech summit that you think would be important for partners to hear?
Yeah, another thing that I took away from the summit is actually seeing the appetite of playing in the SMC segment from our partners. Finally, they understood the value behind the SMC segment because
Yeah.
as we are working with our customers, the aim is to help them to grow more, right? And at the
Mhm.
end of the day, when they grow enough, they become our enterprise customers, which means if our partners engage us with SMC customers today, they are talking to the future enterprise customers.
Enterprise. I love that. I mean, I've never really thought of that, but that's so true is that, one, the SMC market is a huge market opportunity, I believe, for Microsoft and for the partner community. But interesting, I never really put those two together. That those high growth SMC soon enough will be the enterprise customer of tomorrow. So well, Felice, this has been an amazing conversation. I've learned a ton from you, so thank you for that. And I know our partner community is going to take away a ton from this discussion as well. But one last question is, if someone wants to reach out to you and connect with you directly, is LinkedIn the best place to do that?
Absolutely. LinkedIn is a platform that I'm using daily and I'm responsive on my emails. They can communicate me, they can connect with me, and I will be more than happy to help them in their journey.
Wonderful. Well, again, Felice, thank you so much for spending time with me and with the partner community. We really appreciate it. And